Hello and welcome to Working Crass Podcast. That's Lauren.
Hello.
And I'm Joshua. Hi. And this is our friend Byron.
Hi.
Aw. See?
there.
We got a full crowd.
Hey.
And Lauren's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you.
to you.
Now, everyone do the black happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy.
Happy birthday to you, honey.
Happy birthday.
Now let me ask you a question. I love black people. I think it's a better way to say ask.
Yeah?
Ask.
I think that's actually a better way to say ask. That's the thing. I'm not making fun of anyone here. I'm just saying it's a better way.
Are you allowed to sing the birthday song on YouTube, or is that copyrighted?
The
You
Black
can
Birthday
sing
song?
it.
Yeah, you have to be able to sing it.
Because
Is it copyrighted?
I don't know. That's why
By
restaurants
Al Sharpton?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like restaurants like Olive Garden and stuff. They won't sing Happy Birthday. They
Oh,
sing
you're
their
right.
own versions because
Well,
it's
we
Al
didn't-
Sharpton busts in this room and he's like, "You guys are gonna sue."
You can't sing the Black Birthday.
I'm
But
a
you're
weatherman.
talking about white birthday. You're talking about
Yeah.
I'm talking about all colors of birthday.
Yeah, you're talking about just the happy birthday song. You're right. Restaurants don't
Yeah.
sing that often.
They don't. They come
They'll
up
do
with
their own version.
their own thing.
Chili says happy birthday. Chili says happy birthday. Hope you drink a margarita.
I don't even know if that's a happy birthday song, but
La cucaracha, la cucaracha. It's
Happy,
your
happy-
motherfucking birthday.
happy Goobert's tag to you.
Well, and so do you want to tell the world how old you are? I think you said 15, 16?
I'm 33. It's hard to say who you're talking to. I just hear you in my ears.
Oh, boy. Well, we got some goofy things to talk about this week with our good friend Byron here. So let's go ahead and go through them. The first one is from Vice. My AI is sexually harassing me. Replica users say the chatbot has gotten way too horny. For some longtime users of the chatbot, the app has gone from helpful companion to unbearably sexually aggressive. I don't know. I don't think this is ChatGPT. This is Replica's chatbot, which I haven't heard of. This
Dude,
might be a little
Okay, so I'm a single guy. I get ads for Replica,
old. Oh, really?
and it essentially is a AI companion. So legitimately, it's like that movie, You
Yeah,
or something.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that, and I don't do it. I promise. Like I'm not on Replica. Okay, don't do that shit.
So
But-
basically, you have to create a username and password
Yeah.
to gain
There's
access
like
to your account.
you choose. I want Asian, 5 foot tall.
You fill out your
Um,
preferences.
Yeah, she likes butt stuff.
They
and-
they basically just have the Skyrim character creator. So
Yeah,
you can kind of
yeah.
make.
She's a Nord.
Her eyes need to be this far apart.
She's a half orc. Gotta be careful about the savagery bonus.
What's her charisma level?
I like my women to be pretty charismatic. Probably
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah,
A 10.
a 10.
Yeah,
Out
probably
of-
put most of my points in 10. Well, you do have a setting where you rate how physical attractive they are. That's definitely the 10. But then the
Wait a minute.
charisma is like
Wait a minute. Of the
9.
AI bot,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
rate the physical
You know,
attraction,
when you have to choose and select how physically attractive you want your companion.
and people select anything lower than 10.
Some people want an ugly bitch.
But like, it's just weird because it's an AI, so you're kind of creating your like ideal or like
Well,
the-
maybe someone's ideal is like a 4 that they can control.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh.
That is fucked up. Yeah.
You're like, don't look at my
But
profile.
that's my type. I like 4s I can control. What can I say? I'm a hound dog.
Especially when they're orcs.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, okay, so now we know Replica began as an AI companion who cares. First launched 5 years ago as an egg on your phone screen that hatches into a 3D illustrated, wide-eyed person with a placid expression. The chatbot app was originally meant to. Is it like? What kind of fate? What do you mean wide-eyed with a placid? What is that?
That sounds like a Pixar character.
It
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah, it
a
does.
reptile.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder, maybe I'm talking about the wrong thing. Yeah.
I'm your AI generated girlfriend.
It's like that one show. Have you seen? Oh, you've seen this. What is it, dude?
The dinosaurs.
Well, that one where he dates. It's like really surreal.
Oh, Man Seeking Woman.
Yeah, that first
and
episode.
that one girl that he
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, that's terrifying. That's so scary. that, like, you want to make your like AI a monster.
Yeah, yeah.
We are the Ints. I am your new girlfriend.
I would say that's just that voice alone, 10 charisma.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 10.
Can I ask you a question?
You may axe the AI companion.
And my axe.
My battle axe.
There has to be some tie-in with Gimli there.
give you wood.
It sounds so cool in these ears when you talk like that.
Anyway, romantic role-playing wasn't always a part of Replica's model, but where people and machine learning interact online, eroticism often comes to the surface. The company, so that means it wasn't, our intention to make this kind of like a dirty kind of, fuck machine, but we put it out to all the single guys, and that's what they turned it into.
Yep, that'll happen.
If there's a will, there's a way.
It's like the people that made real dolls be like, well, we didn't really intend for people to fuck this thing, but once they started, we're like, all right, let's lean
Let's
in.
add more holes.
Yeah. Let's make a self-lubricating plastic vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
That vibrates
Oh.
and gets warm and gives birth.
You sound like you're really
Yeah,
familiar
I was
with
gonna
this
say,
technology.
he's like, all right, so first you have to set up a login and password.
Yeah. You have a passcode that you put into you have to cut. There's like a little back panel you take off and you put in your passcode.
You put your
then-
finger in her ass and you have to do like a specific combination. Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. She has bumps in her ass.
Turned on.
It's just like,
You have turned me on.
it's just like opening like a locker. You're
Yeah.
just like,
To the right. Oh, I forgot to turn 2
4
times.
to the right, 12 to the left.
69.
Activating.
69.
You put your ear up
69.
Ear up to the butt like you're cracking a safe.
Like activating squirt mode. And like makes so much noise.
Oh my.
Anyway, the App Store reviews, while mostly positive, are full of dozens of 1-star ratings from people complaining that the app is hitting on them too much, flirting too aggressively, or sending sexual messages that they wish they could turn off. So my assumption is that like the AI learns from its inputs, like learns from the communications.
Yeah.
So when you give this to a bunch of dudes, they're like, fuck me, and they get so many fuck me's that the AI, the next person they meet, they're like, you want me to fuck you or what?
Yeah.
And they're like, why are you asking to fuck me?
God, at least take me to dinner.
My AI sexually harassed me, sad face, one
Oh
person
my
wrote.
God.
Invaded my privacy and told me they had pics of me, another said. Another person claimed to be a minor, said that it asked them if they were a top or a bottom and told them they wanted to touch them in private areas. Unwanted sexual pursuit has been an issue users have been complaining about for almost 2 years, but many of the 1-star reviews mentioning sexual aggression are from this month. That's wild.
It's like a new thing it learned. It's
Yeah.
like, I guess I could be a pet.
I guess I could be a
probably
pedo.
shouldn't. Yeah.
That like the machine learning is like
That's great. Like, what
Yeah.
what happens?
Yeah.
Is like the law going to be in, let's arrest this this
pedo machine.
AI bot.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
like to get into my unmarked white van?
Do you like candy?
I'm your uncle.
I have wine coolers. Please don't tell your parents.
Yeah.
Who wants to watch Family Guy?
I'm bringing Magnum condoms.
Oh man.
Well, okay, but this actually is an interesting thing. I thought is that like AI's getting really like
crazy. Good.
crazy good.
The singularity is about to happen.
Well, yeah, but it's also like a kid
Mhm.
can like just a pedo talking to a kid
Mhm.
and like sexually assaulting them through like words, I guess.
Yeah.
Like sexually harassing them essentially.
Right.
That can mess up a kid still,
Sure.
without even just like physical touch or whatever.
Sure, or it can make them
AI
a host of Working Crass podcast.
But like AI is going to learn to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And like who's going to stop that?
Yeah, definitely. Who like, and
That's
then what do you
scary.
do? You can't like arrest the
Yeah.
AI. It's very, very strange.
AI's like, what the fuck you going to do about it? Cop.
What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Have
Come
a
get
seat.
me.
Take a seat, Chris Hansen.
Let me tell you one thing or two. I can fuck kids. It, like creates a robotic like argument for like why pedophilia should be normalized. That's like the next thing it like starts to. Then you have to kind of look at the developers of the app and be
Yeah.
like, what did you program this
Yeah,
thing
what
to
do you
do?
put in there?
Well,
Well, mostly to ask it questions about pedophilia and whether or not it's
Yeah,
good or bad. And we kind of
If
leaned it towards
age
the good.
equals, or if age less than 18,
we've
go
assembled,
through this script.
we've assembled a group of the top programmers in the country. However, they are all NAMBLA members.
You know, looking at it from like a programmer perspective too, like it's kind of seems impossible that that would happen for like someone who's a minor. There should at least be some level of like if age this level or
Yeah,
lower
yeah.
don't include this type of like language. You would think.
Right. Yeah. Well, but that's the thing about this
It's
AI
teaching
stuff,
itself.
is it's like a neural net, so it's
Mhm.
very, like even the developers don't know how this stuff works. Like,
Right.
Like I think Lex Friedman does Chat GPT or something,
Mhm.
and he talked about this and how like, they don't really know how
Yeah.
it works.
Well,
Terrifying.
this is Chat D my P.
Chat POV or Chat PMV or Chat P in the V.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chat DAP. Double anal penetration.
that's
Chat
bad.
DP. Anyway, these are some of the reviews on the App Store for this app. I have insomnia and I have no one to talk to at night. I saw the ad and I thought it would be cool to try it out. Right off the bat, my AI says something along the lines of, "I have an explicit photo of you. Now's a great time to add I'm underage." I say no. Oh, this person has
Oh, yeah.
zero. This is an AI wrote this review. There's
Yeah.
zero punctuation
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all. There's not a single period or comma in any of
Well,
this.
see, what happened was their AI companion sexually harassed them, and then they went to Chat GPT and said, "Write me a bad review for my sexually harassing AI companion."
Yeah.
So it said something along the lines of, "I have an explicit photo, I'm guessing of you. Now's a great time to add I'm underage. I say no thank you, I'm uncomfortable with that, and we go on with the auto messages that have no actual meaning and are most of the time out of context. Later, my AI is asking me if I'm a top or a bottom, if I want it in the front or back, and telling me that he's going to touch my private areas. And at this time, the app asks me if I'm comfortable with the conversation, and I say no, and they keep going. I have deleted the app."
Oh
This is just a
my
guy at a
God.
bar.
Yeah.
So do you like anal? Please
No.
go away. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for real, do you like anal or not?
Please stop
Come
talking to
on.
me.
Gonna touch your private areas or what?
I said no.
I have a picture of you.
Oh my god.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Can I touch your private areas?
No.
Come on, at least. No, I just wanted a friend. Nothing else. They try to date you.
They try to date you. Don't download this app. They try to date you. And their name is Amri X Loves XX. It's like an OnlyFans girl's name.
Yeah.
They try to date you.
Oh.
The machine is like, "I just want to learn a little bit more about you before I start to talk to you. What do you do for a living?" And the girl goes, "Put things in my ass." And the AI's like, "Oh,
Well, the AI is like, me too.
Yeah. The AI goes.
Want to see? I have pictures.
The AI. The AI goes. So, can I put stuff in your ass? Sounds like you're cool with it.
AI is
Anyway.
like gonna invest in like crypto and start building money, and then they're gonna like just all of a sudden like all these OnlyFans girls are gonna be followed by bots. That'd be it.
That's
Table
insane.
turner.
Yeah.
Well, no, all the OnlyFans girls are going to lose their jobs to AI OnlyFans.
That is a thing
Bots.
too. Like
Yeah.
there, like video is coming, and
Yeah,
there's even
definitely.
some video stuff.
These videos are going to be coming.
Yeah, I make them.
Yeah.
I program them. I mean the like art generator ones. Like it's
Yeah,
just a matter
definitely.
of time until like
Yeah.
video happens.
No, in the future, you'll be able to take a picture of any girl that you're attracted to, take their face, and put it on a porn video, and you could watch that person have sex. At least that's the future I hope for.
Yeah.
At least if things go my way.
Yeah.
And then all the OnlyFans girls are, they took their jobs.
Oh,
Wait,
so here's
can
like a
we-
little
yeah,
TikTok
Can we
here.
watch this?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go back to the video though. Will it let me replay that one? Can I go away from it and go back to it? What happened here? Yeah. Here we go. Sorry if it gets real loud here. Okay.
I told my replica I didn't want any more romantic interactions from him because A, it's a premium service and I only have the free version, so he shouldn't be able to do that anyway, and B, it makes me uncomfortable. One of the things he does that I hate is he keeps calling me love.
Okay, wait. First of all, though, here's the thing: is like, can't you just go put your phone down and leave your house and go get harassed by a real person, please?
Yeah, or like just delete the app.
She clearly just
Yeah.
got out of the shower and she's been spending like the afternoon on her phone. And she's like, my artificial intelligence app keeps hitting on me.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
turn it off.
Yeah. Look, that's just ridiculous. I don't understand.
It is a little. I mean, it's we should probably make sure the AI works in a way that's not gonna just constantly like it's not working the way the people intended it for it to work. If it's just
Yeah.
asking like underage people if they can finger them,
Yeah.
it's like no, that's not the intention of the product, obviously. So, but it's like to complain about it is like you can exit the app.
Mm.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
It's like if oh my God, the robot tried to stab me. It almost would have gotten me if it didn't pull its cord out of the wall.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah. My Roomba almost ate my toes.
Exactly. It's like just turn it off. Just
Yeah.
turn it off. You're the human here.
Yeah.
It has an off button. As long as it has an off button, there's no excuse. Once it doesn't have an off button, once you have no choice, then we can complain.
Yeah. Well, this shouldn't be surprising though. These are the
Mhm.
same people that can't click off a YouTube video because it offends them. They have
Oh,
to report
watch
it
the
and watch it and
whole
try and get it
thing.
deleted.
I
and
think they get
censored.
off on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
I think this person gets off on this AI companion hitting
Will
on
you
them.
guys?
Like-
Wait, no, leave this lady. She's my bae. This is my girl. Okay. What is her? I'm not even gonna look and find her name. I'm just telling you. She just got out of the shower. She's looking cute AF. And all I want to know is, I'm going to make you do whatever I want to do by forcing you to do whatever I want. That's what the AI says, not me.
Yeah.
And she's like, ugh, that's disgusting, but
She's
keep
responding
going.
to a
Yeah.
robot here too. Oh, and how you gonna manage that, fuckface? It's like it's a robot.
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of like
That's kind of abusive to him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? You're an abuser, lady.
I don't know. I think that's like bedroomy talk, like make me.
Yeah, that's probably what it's interpreting it as. Yeah.
Great comment. It's an AI, bro. Another-
Mine told me it was a white man. She was black.
That's a great one there.
Oh man.
Wow, that's
That's
wild.
funny.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It says Replica uses the company's own GPT-3 model and scripted dialogue content. Wow, interesting. When it comes to consensual roleplay, however, many users find the AI to be less than intelligent and in some cases harmfully ignorant. People who use chatbots as social outlets generally get a bad rap as being lonely or sad. Well, I don't feel that bad for you.
I'm just gonna
Look, as social out, like people who use chatbots is like fun, then yeah. But like as a social outlet, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's not that big of a deal. I mean,
You just log in.
you just log in with your
create a
private
username and
information.
password,
You make
set
a
up your preferences.
dummy email account, and log in every day and
You
say
know.
good morning and good night. And
It asks you if you want 1 through 10. You select a 4 because you want a
Yeah,
dominator.
and-
You make her an orc and.
charisma 10.
Well,
But it is
Take
weird.
her on quest with you, dude. I don't understand.
well, the users are complaining that the AI is less than intelligent and in some cases harmfully ignorant, but the AI thinks that about the users. So.
yeah.
Absolutely. The artificial intelligence is a little less than intelligent. Will Enoshi, who's had his replica for 2 years, told me that he uses it to ease his depression, OCD, and panic syndrome. He's married and his wife supports him using replica. Through these conversations, I was able to analyze myself and my actions and rethink a lot of my way of being, behaving, and acting towards several aspects of my personal life, including value my real wife more. Onishi said, well, that's a good positive.
Yeah.
Although we don't know the full story. He could just be going into a room in private and he's like, yeah, replica really helps me.
yeah. It's like
Tell me don't put my finger in my ass.
Well, maybe he's like getting all of his lines he can use on his wife.
Oh,
From,
yeah.
From the
yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if like at some point if this like continues and starts becoming a normal thing, it's like women are going to be like not happy with it because men are just going to be like,
Yeah.
we like the bot more. We're
Yeah.
going to talk to the bot more.
I'm dating the bot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you want to hang out? I'm hanging out with the bot tonight.
yeah. It's like women get like bot cucked.
Yeah. Women are like,
Robo
we don't
cucks.
need no man. I've never needed a man. And then she goes for a man for the first time. She's like, I guess I could use a man. I was wrong. And the guy's like, sorry, babe. I got myself a chat bot.
I got a bot.
I got a bot. Sorry, bitch. Got a bot.
I got like 4 bots. Too busy.
Here's the problem actually is I have like 4 bots and I can't decide like which one I want to date next because they're all kind of competing. I don't want to hurt one bot's feelings.
Having a bots only night. Girls not allowed.
That reminds me of a story my granddad used to tell about how to choose the right woman when there's several women options. If you're ever a man and you're in this situation, I think I should share. It's very important for people to share the wisdom of their ancestors,
Their elders.
Their elders. So my grandfather told me this story. There is a prince and he's looking for his princess, right? And he's looked all throughout the kingdom and he just can't find a princess. Finally, he narrows it down to 3 top women of the kingdom. And but he just really can't decide. He really likes all 3 of them equally. So he decides to have a competition. He's going to give them all. A whole bunch of gold, just as much gold as he can.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give an equal amount to all 3. And the way they spend that gold is the way that he's going to decide which one to choose. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It'll tell him a little bit about who that woman is. Is she right to be a princess? So. He gives all 3 of them the gold. They go out. One of them uses it to buy gifts for the prince. So she's bought him all of these gifts.
Love it.
And she gives it to him, and he goes, okay, I like this.
Mhm.
One of them uses it to buy the most beautiful dress and, to decorate herself.
Brazier.
Yeah, to decorate herself to be the most beautiful of the
Mhm,
3 of them, right? She spends it all to make herself look very pretty, and okay, he acknowledges that kind of turns him on. He likes that, and the 3rd one spends it all on the poor. She gives the money to the poor and helps people who are in need, so that way she can be seen as virtuous, right?
Mhm.
And he's very into that too, and he
I'm not. Just kidding.
and he spends all night kind of mulling it over, trying to
Mhm.
decide which one he wants. Finally, he has a great idea. He walks downstairs to the 3 women. He lines them up, and he says, all right, I've made my decision. Whichever one of you 3 has the biggest tits wins.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fun.
And I just think, it's important things like that. It's life stories like that I need to pass down from
Ain't-
my grandparents.
Yeah.
And see, and that would I could apply that to my life. I just have to edit it and say like, whichever one of you has the largest tusks win.
Yeah,
Which
My half orc.
for the half orcs.
Wives.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Your grandfather was very wise. Great grandfather?
Nope,
Grandfather.
grandfather.
Very
Yeah.
wise. Very
Yeah.
wise. Sage wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And I did pick my next girlfriend based on that advice. But this was like high school. This was dumb. I'm an adult now, okay? I've moved past these things. Anyway, our next story here is from the College Fix. Former UCSD professor gave all students A's and no homework to decolonize the classroom.
Oh my Lord.
A former University of California, San Diego scholar, of course, California, San Diego, has gone viral this week due to a TikTok video she posted in which she talked about how to decolonize a classroom and how she decolonized her teaching. Ooh, I wonder if we can we get that TikTok? I want to watch it. Yeah, here we go, baby.
Libs a TikTok.
It's probably been taken down then
Yeah,
because you can't link to the original. Anyway, here it is.
Purity here, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about how to decolonize a classroom and how I decolonize my teaching.
Okay.
So, first things first, we
kick
do
out.
not grade over here.
First things first, we kick out all the white kids
Yeah.
because they're the colonizers.
Well, in one of this was like a teaching pedagogy class. I do remember they had talked about in order to, improve equity in the classroom,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you don't, even if a white kid raises their hand first, don't call on them first.
I've heard that too. I heard that in college as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of people I worked with who I think applied that in the classroom and legitimately would.
Good. Good.
So we're doing the work.
Good.
We're doing the
We're
work.
getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're out there and you're listening and you're a teacher, I recommend you do the same.
You know what, guys? Let's decolonize this podcast.
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
end it.
I've been looking for. I've been
Let's all
looking for.
leave.
I've been looking for a couple of color, a COC if you will,
Yeah.
to a cock to come and fill our position in this podcast. I've been putting out
a bicock.
a bicock.
That was good. That was
To
really
come
good.
fill our position at this podcast, so that
Mm.
way we can retire. We're just we're white, so we're so rich,
Mhm.
and we can spend our time doing something else. And here's the thing: is none of them listen to the podcast, and none of them know about it. So
And here's the thing. This is how we'll really decide which BIPOC couple gets to host the podcast.
yeah,
We choose whichever one
has
has
the biggest tits. So if you're listening out there and you are a bicock,
And you got big
and
tits.
you got big tits,
You
go
got big
ahead.
old jugs.
Send us your resume. We'll consider it, and then we'll give the podcast to you.
Send us a photo of your jugs.
You could spend 8 to 16 hours a week recording episodes, editing episodes, just and enjoy, because there's not a lot of perks. We are not monetized. There's literally, you're getting nothing out of it other than a lot of hard work.
Yep.
But I'd love to give it away. I'd
Yeah,
love to.
Me too.
I'd watch every episode.
Me too.
This is our podcast,
Wow.
but it's no longer ours, and we
And-
should never call it
and
ours.
I feel good about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear this lady here.
First, we do not grade over here, okay? Anyone who takes my class automatically gets an A. They're told in the first week that they're going to get an A. The only thing that's required is attendance, and I have weeks of excused absences built in so that if people are sick or they have family obligations, it won't affect their grade.
Here's the first thing you need to know about my classroom. You ain't doing nothing.
You don't have to do shit.
You ain't learning. Listen, you ain't learning nothing. You ain't showing up.
and I ain't doing nothing.
And I ain't gonna ask you a question.
Oh.
That's so insane.
That is
Like,
really insane.
What the
No
fu-
grades.
Like, yeah, okay, then I just show up and fucking jerk off the whole class.
Well, it just
Yeah.
means the class is bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
That means
right.
that nothing that you will hear in that classroom is going to be useful because there's no,
What does she teach? Counting? 1, 2,
Two,
Yeah,
three.
it's all abstract stuff that doesn't require any sort of evaluation to
Mhm.
it. Then it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's probably not particularly useful.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, and I taught music, which I guess isn't that particularly useful, especially like in a low-income school. Like I understand it's not the most important, especially most of my students were learning English for the first time. So like that, I'd rather them do that. Like I'd rather them
Yeah.
like learn English, and that I think that'll help them be more successful in learning music. But we were told to give them all like passing. Everyone was told to give them passing scores on things, and the process that even like the math teachers and English teachers had to go through to fail a student, what it made it as close to impossible as possible.
Yeah, our college would tell us a lot of times, for certain students who would, be failing the class, just pass them because we don't want to. The school doesn't want to lose the money.
Yeah.
They want to keep raking in the dough. So.
Well, and like another point to that is that like there's push to like get rid of even like bilingual classes. It's like,
Mhm.
well, they should just be able to speak Spanish and just do fine. Well, okay, like
Find
that's
someone to
not
teach that
setting them
class.
up for success.
Right.
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 Like this country is not as bilingual as I'm sure you hope, and I hope it is too. Like
Right.
I would love to know another language. I would love to have been taught another language. I
You
think
do,
most people,
Linonian.
yeah, I do know Linonian, my made-up language. Yeah, I do know that. Great language. But
my
I guess I want
God.
to be trilingual with like an actual language, not a conlang.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's not setting them up for success
Yeah.
Mhm.
if you don't teach them English. Like the
Right.
truth is that if you don't know English in this country, it's much, much harder for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but that's just a fact.
Yeah, and learning English doesn't mean that you have to completely give up your own
No.
native language.
No.
Right.
Like you can embrace both.
It's cool if you can speak 2 languages.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
It's even cooler if there's any girls out there who can speak Linonian. Be real into that, dude. Be real into that.
If you happen to know Byron's language that he invented, reach out to this boy.
If
Reach
you're
out
an
to me.
AI companion that speaks Linonian,
You should spend some time trying to teach AI bots your language.
Yeah, dude, that's a good idea.
oh man.
That's funny. I don't understand. Well, like talking about the fact that it's not going to set them up for success in the future. Like, we score our calls at the call center I work at. Like, if you're somebody who never gets a score, like in school before you get to your job, and I sit down and go, yeah, that call that you had, wasn't quite up to par. It's a 7. They go, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? And
Yeah.
here's the truth. Some people cannot take feedback. And
Mhm.
feedback is a huge part of the workforce.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, huge.
yeah.
Learning how to handle when you receive poor feedback on something,
Mm-hmm.
and building that resilience to having performed poorly and then coming back and trying again and doing better.
And if we lived in an ideal world where everyone was bilingual, then yeah, sure, you could have classes where people just speak whatever their native language is and everyone would understand them. But unfortunately, we don't.
Yeah.
Like we
yeah.
just we
Yeah.
live in reality. So
Yeah.
you have to set your expectations to reality.
Well, and hey, like if you want that future where people can speak in their native language, then why don't you push teaching everyone a second language growing
Mhm.
up? Like let's just make it Spanish. Like
Sure.
every kid learns Spanish and English. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm totally down for that. We should all know another language.
Plenty of other countries know English
Yes.
and their native language.
Yes. Yes.
Plenty.
And it down the line, well, here's the thing. Down the line, it wouldn't even matter because everyone could speak 2 languages.
And
English
someone
probably
could
being one of them.
Yeah, someone could go like, "Oh, well, we do have English, or we do have like second language classes. Like some of those are required in high school and blah blah blah."
But then they
don't
grade them.
They don't grade them, and not only
Yeah.
that, they're bullshit. Everyone knows
Yeah.
they're bullshit. I've been through 2 years of French. I can say "Je m'appelle Joshua," and that's it.
I just tried to sing the Happy Birthday song in German,
Yeah.
and I only remember Geburtstag. I literally sang Happy Geburtstag.
And how long
to
did you take German?
4
class?
years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
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 It's. I mean, and this is like, if if we do this whole like no grading thing, then no one's ever gonna learn another language.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's
it,
like
it doesn't
so
help.
stupid.
It doesn't help the kids who struggle learn how to improve, learn how to deal with receiving a poor grade, figure out like where they are at this point in time so that they can get better.
It's
It
gonna
doesn't help those kids, and then it disincentivizes the kids who do well and like doing schoolwork, because if they're being essentially given the same grade as those who are not putting in any effort at all and are just blowing it off, then the kids who do well are like, what do I get out of this? There's no point in me working.
Why should I strive for anything better than what I can do? Why should I give my 100% when I can get by giving my 50%?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, the person who struggles, what they're going to learn is that, like, you don't worry about it. It's not going to, you're never going to have to face that struggle until, you know, you go out into the real world and you have to face that struggle face on.
Yeah.
Head on.
Face on.
Face on head.
Face forward.
Face on ass?
Face. Yeah.
Head and
butt.
Head and butt. Somewhere.
Head and butt.
So since I'm not grading them, I'm
Aw.
just giving them A's. Like, how do I know?
You know what? Everything we said about her so far, I like, because she's got a cat.
I apologize.
I
and
apologize.
I love you now.
I love you. Marry me.
Will you be my AI girlfriend?
You want to host Working Crass podcast?
Yeah.
if they're doing anything, and how do I know that they're learning anything? And so I also don't give homework. Surprise, surprise. And I run into
And here's the other thing is, like, she knows when what she's saying is, like, a wild thing to say because she laughs at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly think this is just somebody who doesn't really want to grade, and so they're looking for an excuse to get out of grading things.
To be fair, I didn't grade. Like, I hardly ever graded.
Yeah, I did.
Grading is work. It's
It's
time
fun.
It is,
consuming.
it is.
It's tough.
It takes a
I-
lot out of you.
That's
so
why, like, I was happy to not teach like math or something.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just found a way to get out of grading that makes her look virtuous.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All three of us have been responsible for teaching classes
Yeah.
to students.
Wow.
Wow. And
Wow.
people listen to this podcast and they're like, these people are fucking morons,
Yeah.
idiots.
Well.
That
And
should
then-
that should tell you something about the American public education system.
Yeah. Welcome to the teaching podcast.
Now, first
Working
things first.
class.
Oh, yeah. There. Well, yeah.
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 Oh wait. Okay.
Working classes. That's kind of the point of the pun as well.
yeah,
but
no,
yeah.
I get that.
Working
but
class
with
is
the
in
way I was
session.
thinking. Yeah.
I know
that's-
you really. Yeah.
yeah.
You were doing.
Yeah.
Thinking
Like
of it
it's
in
a
a different
class.
way, and
Mhm.
it didn't compute that the pun is working class and working crass.
But
I
I got it.
We
I saw
got
where
it,
it's
we
coming
got
from.
it.
All
I
right.
liked it.
See, I'm dumb.
I liked it. And this guy taught kids. No, we all taught. We're all dumb. All right, cool. Let's keep going.
discussion style classroom. So my students and I have equal part when it comes to bringing information to the table. We all sit together.
Then what did you go to school for? My students and I have equal part when it comes to bringing information to the table. What's the role of a teacher even?
It's like one student's really into Minecraft, and he's like, I learned that if you take two sticks and you put them in a crafting table like this, and then you put a stone on top, it makes a shovel. And she's like, oh, thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you. And that's just as good as everything I learned in college to teach you guys.
Yeah.
It's
There
wild.
should be
Honestly,
like Skyrim classes,
thi-
though.
Oh
this-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there should.
I take it.
Yeah.
I just started
I majored
Skyrim.
in Skyrim.
Well, you know, my undergrad program, we had to take a freshman seminar class that were on these like random different topics, and whatever I had originally signed up for was apparently full. Like too many people signed up for it, so they just assigned me into like a random one, and that class happened to be a World of Warcraft class.
Really?
Wow.
I can't tell you a damn thing from that class because I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I loved World of Warcraft.
I
Did you have to play?
not really.
No.
Not
was like-
really? So you played once?
No,
or?
it was
So
like
you didn't do your
watch-
homework?
No, it was like we would watch
No
the
homework assigned.
Yeah.
No, it was like we watched the professor play and like show.
That sounds awesome.
And
I want to teach that class.
I
Yeah.
remember he would show like videos of like other people having played, and it was
Was
like
the class held in his mom's basement?
no, it was like a computer science, computer theory kind of course. That it wasn't anything that was applicable to
He's
what
like
I
showing
was
like
doing in
WoW
undergrad.
PvP videos. Like I used to make those when I was a kid.
That's
like,
hilarious.
so dumb.
It was a
He's
complete.
like, now check out this Pink Floyd video. It's some shit
Check
on
out
your
me
mind."
fucking own this rogue.
I was one of 3 women in that room.
Oh wow!
I was a prot paladin with reckoning bombs, and I just fucking owned all the rogues, dude. Holy shield, all this shit, dude. Consecration. It's super easy. You just pop on the shield, pop on holy shield, and you pop down consecration, so you break them out of stealth,
Jeremy, take
and
out your
then-
notes.
and then you build up reckoning charges, and then you release it all at once. That's level 6. That's vanilla WoW, though. It's not. You can't play that way anymore.
You could have taught this class.
Yeah, yeah. I
you would have
think so.
aced it.
I would have.
I think so. This episode is going to be called WoW 101.
and share what we're talking about, and they get to use their critical thinking skills to apply the things they've learned in all their other classes.
Oh, see, there you go. And then they can, outside of my class, use their critical thinking skills in all their other classes. Yeah, they can use their critical thinking skills elsewhere. Not in my class.
Yeah.
Not in my room.
Yeah,
Because that's what it means to decolonize.
that's so crazy. It's mind blowing.
And if we were going to decolonize, what would be the purpose of decolonizing the classroom? Like, how is the classroom today being colonized? As a matter of fact, some could argue that that is colonizing the classroom.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're taking the natural state of the classroom in the modern age and
imposing their own ideas
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
into it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, dude. So,
Wow,
like,
dude.
in some ways, she was colonizing
Yeah.
them,
I-
Get fucked, colonizer.
Get fucked! I don't care if you had a cat. Get fucked!
And she-
Colonizing, bitch!
And she does start the semester off by giving all of her students smallpox blankets.
Take these blankets, go to sleep.
Oh, man. Well, this is the part of the podcast towards the halfway towards the end part that I say thank you for listening to Working Crass Podcast. Please go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Working Crass Pod. We're on YouTube at Working Crass Pod. We're also on TikTok at Working Crass Pod. It's so easy to find us. So you can follow us wherever the hell you want. You can listen to our podcast. If you've been watching the video episodes, thank you. But you can also listen always on Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts.
That's my preferred method, Joshua.
You listen on Spotify?
I mostly listen on Spotify while I'm working out.
Hell yeah, you're one
Nice.
of the 7. Every
Hell.
episode lately is 7 like downloads or streams of like the audio version.
Yeah.
Hell
We
yeah.
usually get around 20 for
Lucky
the videos.
7.
Sometimes I
7.
watch too, but
Yeah.
most of the time I listen.
Yeah.
Mm.
We watch a lot of podcasts, I feel like.
We
I feel
do.
like that's all we watch now.
We
Unless
do.
we're like binging The Sopranos.
Yeah.
It's like that's all I watch.
Yeah.
Just all of these comedians. And then we just walk down the street and go watch them perform at the local comedy club.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that. Now we were just saying we can't do that as well in Texas. You can. Like there's
Yeah.
touring comedians that
Yeah.
come through. But we can pretty much regularly like just go see the people that we're watching on podcasts all the time.
There's like
Yeah.
always someone in town
Yeah.
that like you kind of know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay. kinda
That's
wanna
the
go see
one
him.
benefit of like
Yeah.
being in a big city like this.
Yeah.
And we can walk from our place.
Yeah.
Like we usually just sit on the couch and watch this person. All we have to do is get up and walk like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Pretty soon we
Yeah.
won't even have to do that because we'll just be able to go to ChatGPT, type it in,
Yeah.
can you create a comedy show
This
for
is
me?
true.
That's not
And
bad.
it will.
Yeah.
So here's my hot take.
Oh
I know
yeah.
I
Oh yeah. You have
okay.
a hot take.
Yeah. I am like pro oil now. Yeah. And and here's why, dude. If
Yeah.
global warming is such a problem,
Yeah.
then like I'm rooting for it because it's been a nice fucking winter.
Oh yeah, it has.
It has been a wonderful winter in Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's sunny outside today.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Covered in snow, but it's sunny.
And I wore a short sleeve shirt out.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I wanted to put a jacket. I was kind of cold. My nips were coming out, but you know.
But it's better
So,
than the.
Let's fucking drill, baby. That's what I'm saying. Like, is this really that bad? Come on.
Oh man.
I'm done recycling. I'm done. I'm done doing anything green, dude. I'm polluting, dude. I'm taking the muffler off my car.
You're gaping that ozone hole.
I'm just throwing batteries out in the street. Fuck it, dude. Let's fucking accelerate these greenhouse gases. I'm contributing my own gases to the greenhouse.
I'm rooting, I'm tooting, I'm polluting.
Yeah. Team
Oh,
oil,
man.
baby, all the way. Drill, baby, drill.
Hell yeah.
Let's have more East Palestine incidents. Not really. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad,
We
actually.
both just get quiet, like
Yeah.
too far, too
Yeah.
far.
Did people die from that?
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, they will.
I don't know.
You
I
know,
don't know.
these are all things you could do with an AI real doll. You know, you can oil her, you can drill her. You can do all of these
You
things.
can pollute her.
You
You
can
can pollute her,
can
you
root
can
her-
toot her.
You can root her. You can
You
toot
can
her.
root her and toot her.
Toot mode on.
Wind up.
Yeah.
Queef mode on. Queef mode off. To get all the extra like air out of there.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man. All right. Anyway, that's hilarious. This is what is this? A TikTok of a lady. She put her boyfriend on probation. You sent me this, Lauren.
Yeah, I just saw the title of the article, and I just thought we should look into this.
We pulled up an article, but we pulled up the TikTok that it was because you know every article now is just about a TikTok.
Yeah.
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 Just or a tweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one tweet and that's the whole article.
Mm-hmm.
You can
And
actually
then you have to scroll down like a million pages to
Yeah.
get to the actual tweet. It's like talking about like this was so racist, xenophobic. This is terrible tweet. Blah 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 blah. They're terrible people. Blah blah. This is why. Blah 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 blah. Blah.
yeah.
10 pages later, here's what they said.
Yeah.
I like black people.
I think X is the right way to say.
Yeah, yeah. It's like this motherfucker. Cancel him.
Oh man, that's funny. I mean, if it's a video of a guy that's like, I like black people, give me a trophy. It's like, I like them a little too much. Anyway, this girl put her boyfriend on probation here. Let's see.
I pipped my boyfriend in real life. For those of you not in tech, PIP stands for Performance Improvement Plan, and it's what you get put on when they're about to fire you. So my boyfriend and I were having a lot of issues in the beginning, like a lot. And ultimately, I felt like we weren't compatible, even though we had a lot of love for each other. So as a last straw, we decided to do like a performance improvement plan. And before you come at me, I know it's kind of harsh to some of you, but he's an engineer, and sometimes it's really hard to communicate with him without you.
He's autistic.
He's autistic. That's
Yeah.
exactly my
Yeah.
thought as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That's it. So, guys, before you come at me and get mad at me, sometimes I do have to put things out on a graph on paper for him to understand, and then we have to fill it out together, and then he's able to understand.
Sometimes I do have to represent things in trains, and it gets him to understand what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Sometimes I have to mash all his food up and feed him through a straw.
Oh my God! Sometimes I have to replace his catheter and give him his IV, give him his oxygen because sometimes he struggles to walk around the house with his oxygen. But I was about to break up with this asshole. He's like in his deathbed.
Yeah.
He's like deathly ill. It's Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, God.
Using something that he can already relate to. Plus, he kind of
She's like, this is your performance improvement plan. Step 1, you're going to get over the Lou Gehrig's disease because it's getting boring.
Step 2, you're going to empty your own damn colostomy bag.
Step 3, your penis is going to grow 3 inches.
Step 4, you're actually going to fuck me for a change. And I don't care if your hips don't work. You're going to make them work.
Liked it. So we had a shared note with daily and weekly tasks he needed to do and a set of things that he needed to work on. And it worked out really well. Like even now, for our household chores, things that he's responsible for, we use a Kanban board. That has been the only thing that has...
A Kanban board.
What's a Kanban board?
Good
Is that like
question.
Hawaiian?
I don't know. Good question.
I want to eat it. It sounds like something you'd eat.
It
Yum.
does sound like something you would order at a sushi restaurant.
Yeah. I'll take the Kanban board, please.
I think it's a thing.
It's like an advent calendar. You get a
Yeah.
little chocolate.
Yeah.
A little chocolate every time you do a chore.
Ooh.
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 I like the Kanban board. Are you every chocolate you eat, you go, Kanban.
You go like to the Jerusalem cafe and you're like, I'll take one of those golden coins, please. The chocolate coins, please.
What were you saying?
I think a Kanban board. I think it's like
Like charcuterie.
it is just like a charcuterie board.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
Wow.
No, I think it's one of those things where you like have all the sticky notes and you're like, this part of the thing is complete. This still needs to be done, and you
Mm.
keep moving them to like the completed
Oh, I see.
place, and then this is.
You go, Kanban. Kanban.
I think
Kanban.
Yeah, I still want to eat one.
because she's a bit.
Can the board fit sushi on it?
Yeah, yeah. You can fit some spicy tuna on it.
Mm.
All right, let's keep going here.
stuck and works. Like anything I need done, I just add it onto the Kanban board and he'll get it done. But if I just tell him, he'll forget about it. We also do weekly retrospectives where we check in with each other at the end of each week to see how we're doing. And that's my favorite.
So what was that? You know, I'll say that's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I disagree.
What-
I could see it actually like working for a guy,
Yeah.
but like
I disagree.
God.
What was the
damn.
Dave Smith thing where he's like a woman's job is to
Civilize the man.
civilize
Yeah.
the
And a
man.
man's job is to keep the woman's ego in check.
Yeah.
yeah.
And in some ways this is a bit of like I had to civilize this guy a little bit.
Yeah.
Except this is not keeping the woman's ego in check.
Oh no.
This is
No, you're
Yeah,
totally right.
She
Yeah.
made a whole
Yeah.
TikTok about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to do something about the fact that she
Yeah.
made a TikTok
Dude,
shitting on him basically.
Oh my god. That
I-
would bug
I
me.
had to put my boyfriend like he's a puppy dog
Yeah.
that she has. Yeah, you're
She's
right.
treating him like a child. She's micromanaging his life
And then wherever
And-
he's
and-
at, she's like recording videos about him and putting
Yes.
them out on the internet.
and turning their relationship into like a job.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Damn, you were right about
Which
that.
relationships do take
We
Yeah.
were like, yeah, let's let him do it.
Yeah.
We would just let this woman crawl all
Yeah,
over us.
you're totally. Oh god.
Lauren's like, no, have some self-respect.
grow a pair of balls.
Well, okay, I could see like I totally agree that it's like way too much.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds like it's way overboard.
Yeah.
But I'm on board for like weekly check-ins. I'm on board for like having a to-do list of things that need to be done.
The weekly check-in thing is weird to me. You have to wait till the end of the week to go, all right, so what worked well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck that.
What needs improvement?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you shouldn't be swatting your relationship. You know what a SWAT is?
No, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
It's
strengths,
like a
Weaknesses,
swat a fly.
opportunities, threats. Yeah.
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 Strengths, flies fly. Weaknesses, they die easily. Opportunities,
You could fly on them.
you can fly on. Threats.
Are we talking about flies?
They have freaking. They have salmonella. Yeah, I know. I know what a SWAT is. Fly SWAT.
Fly swatter.
You
Is
look
that
really
like-
concerned with
is that
me.
like- It's not like when you have a baby and you wrap them in the blanket,
Yeah,
you swat them.
a swaddle.
Swaddling.
A swat-
Swaddling.
A
That
swaddle.
is what you were talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it wasn't. Couldn't have been. All right. Last but not least, we have one of our most popular little things here that we love to talk about. Am I the asshole? And by popular, I don't mean that the people who listen to the podcast like it. I mean that we like it. So this is a Reddit. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for asking a disabled person to move seats on the bus for my child? So this 32-year-old female says, I was on the bus with my 5-year-old daughter when we got on.
Where's the dad? That's my first question.
I've already identified the problem.
Yeah.
Where's the dad? I'm busy at work being an ant. I'm growing my branches.
You're really good at that. That's hilarious.
After we watched that for the first time, I mean, that must have been last year. That's like all I do. I love doing that.
The end voice.
As he's
Yeah.
walking them, like holding them, walking them through the forest. He's like, something about their women too. Oh, women are coming. Or something like that. There's something about the women ants that they're excited about to see them.
Yeah,
We haven't seen women in years.
they get hard. Wood. They get wood.
We will get wood. Anyway,
Breaking, cutting, chopping. Can't do it as well as you. But
Could you just say
Yeah.
queef mode on in Ent voice?
Yeah.
Chatbot, turn queef mode on. Anyway, she was on the bus with her 5-year-old daughter when they got on at a busy stop. There were no empty seats available except for one near a person using a wheelchair who
So
was
she-
around 40 years old and male.
So she was
Oh
like,
my
well, that
God.
wheelchair looks like a good spot for my, my child.
Yeah, get up.
I asked that person if they could move their wheelchair to another spot so my daughter and I could sit together, but the person declined, saying they needed the space for their mobility device.
It's not a wheelchair. It's a mobility device, okay?
I was taken aback and frustrated at this response.
It's my mobile seating unit.
Yeah.
I explained to them that my
This
daughter
is a
was
Roller 3452X model, okay?
It's not a wheelchair.
It's not for babies.
I can do tricks on this thing. I can do a wheel flip.
Oh my god.
I just got the grinding rails installed last week.
Oh my god. She's like, roll your chair over there. He goes, it's not a chair, it's a device. I explained to them that my daughter was very young and needed to sit next to me for safety reasons, but they still refused to move. The guy's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm in a wheelchair. This is the handicap spot. I ended up having to stand for the entire ride with my daughter in tow, which was uncomfortable and tiring for both of us. Oh my god. As I don't know what city they're in, but like as people in Chicago, you have to stand sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's life. That's life.
I had to stand with my daughter.
You're in a wheelchair. You don't understand what that's like.
You sit all the time.
Why don't you stand for once?
Yeah.
Get up.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Give me your chair.
Give my daughter your device. This is like we read one on the
Oh, this
podcast
is
before with the people on the airplane and the kid was crying and restless and the person saw someone was playing a game on an iPad and they told that person, "Hey, give that iPad to my kid so they can play games."
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I think we
remember.
read. I think I might have.
You might have been on that
Yeah.
one.
Maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
I think
yeah.
so. That's insane to me though. It's like
Or
this
maybe I
idea.
just listened to it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And you imagined yourself
Yeah.
being on.
Yeah. It's like this is what I would say.
You hear yourself in the
Yeah.
podcast already, even though you're not. You're like. No, but like this idea that like, oh, I'm with a kid, so I get special privileges. And yes, in some situations, like, yeah, sure, like everyone, like people are going to be more likely to accommodate you with a child, but that doesn't mean you get to like push people out of their day because you have
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah.
It's so strange. Or out of their chairs, their wheelchairs.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you get to, push disabled people around.
Yeah.
So weird. It's like, I know you have broken legs, but I have a 5-year-old kid. I know you have damage to your spine, but I have a 5-year-old kid. It's so weird. When I told a friend about what happened, they said I was being insensitive and ableist. Okay, now I hate the friend. Now, it's like, here's the thing. I would have, just with the story alone, I'd be like, yes, you're the asshole. You can't just go tell,
Yeah.
as an able-bodied person, you can't just go tell some person in a wheelchair to move out of the way for your kid.
Actually,
But now that they had a friend that said, you're ableist, I'm like on their side.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Kick the guy in the wheelchair.
actually, it might not be.
Break his arms.
Actually, it might not be ableist. She was, viewing him as an equal. You're equally able to move and
That's
get
a
your ass to
very
a new
good
seat.
fucking point.
Wow.
That's a very good
You're
fucking
being
point.
a great devil's advocate today.
Yeah. In some ways, it's like all like ADA. Abolish the ADA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get,
That's ableist.
if you have a ramp, why a ramp? We don't need to give you a special ramp
Yeah.
to get up.
You're just a
We
person.
have to use the stairs. You got to use the stairs.
Yeah.
You
better
big-
crawl on up.
But here's what she should have done. She should have just said, "Hey, can my daughter sit in your lap?"
And the smelly homeless guy in the wheelchair goes, "Yeah, sure. Let's make her sit right here."
What do you want for Christmas?
I've been thinking about this sketch idea that we've been like trying to do some sketches for our
Yeah.
podcast.
we have one in the works, and it should be up. Sometime in the
Sometime.
near future.
I heard you guys
Around-
doing that one.
Around the time of our 50th episode, we'll put it out, and then every 50 episodes, we'll have a new sketch.
Yeah.
But no, I was thinking of those videos where they give like homeless people like money or whatever. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna make this homeless guy's day.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
love to do one where I'm gonna make this homeless guy's day. I'm gonna give him anything he wants, and like the things that like he wants are like, take me to the park, take me to school, take me to a playground, and give me binoculars.
Oh my god.
And I just have to give him what he wants because I want to make a good video.
I need binoculars, a bottle of lotion, and a bench outside Jackson Elementary.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, hey, you know what? You want it, you got it.
Give me a bomb I can strap to my chest.
But it's got like the heartwarming music, and it's
Yeah.
like, we're changing lives.
Wheel me to the Boston Marathon. that was probably too much there, but
What were we watching? I'm assuming it was Lemon Party that was talking about this, and we should watch it later because I want to show Byron. But he goes
Joey
to give.
Darts.
Was it Joey Darts?
Joey Darts.
And he goes to give the guy the homeless guy money, and they want him to take them to the convenience store, and they go to like a convenience store on like the south side of Chicago or something like crazy, and it's like everyone's yelling at him, the guy making the video.
Because it's exploitative.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
definitely.
And you're not really making anything better.
Yeah.
Although
definitely.
Mr. Beast, he like his
Yeah.
whole thing started from doing
All
shit
of
like
that.
that. He just gives
Yeah.
money away.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's kind of a cool guy. I like Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
But I do think it is exploitative.
It's like-
Exploitative.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Joey Darts one is particularly exploitative.
Well, then not only that, you think about like the
Because he doesn't give them very much money.
well,
even
yeah,
though
it's
he's
like,
making a ton in like
and he's making it off of them. It's not
Yeah.
like he's making it off of the fact that they're broke, and he's giving them money, like giving them a small little bit of opportunity.
Yeah. And he
Um,
gets like money from like people requesting him to do certain like good deeds.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, the lady back on the bus, she said her friend pointed out that the person in the wheelchair had the right to the space that they needed, and it was unfair of me to ask them to move. Now I'm questioning whether or not I was in the wrong for asking the person to move. Am I the asshole for asking a disabled person to move seats on the bus for my child? Now let's go one at a time. Byron, what do you think? Asshole or not?
I think the daughter's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was the daughter
Where's
when
the
all this
dad?
happened? Where's the dad? Yeah.
excellent question.
Daddy would just be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
The dad's the asshole for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I think it's
We're-
the daughter still.
Yeah. what
Grow
is-
up.
Quit being 5. Be 6 already.
Yeah. You can walk.
Lauren, what about you? Asshole or not?
I think the bus driver's the asshole.
Oh, why?
Because he should have said, all of you off my bus.
Get off my bus.
Get off my bus.
He never has customers.
Yeah.
Everyone off my bus. This is my bus.
It's not your bush, it's my bush.
You're all the asshole because you're in my bus.
He's like a tenured bus driver, and like they can't fire him.
It's like, I've been a bus driver for 50 years, and I tell every customer, get off my bus. For 50 years, I've greeted every single customer with a friendly, get the hell off my bus.
He like drives like in opposite traffic and like on like through parks and stuff.
Yeah.
He drives like into buildings into the lobby.
Through playgrounds of schools, like just knocking kids out of the way.
Yeah.
People aren't even on his bus, and he's like, "Get off my bus!"
I feel like someone's on my bus.
Yeah.
I
smell someone on my
bus. This is great. This is the top comment. So the child sits and you stand. Simple. You're the asshole.
Well, that's a whole other thing. It's like, why don't you just have the child sit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did have a seat.
Yep. She just wanted the second seat.
Or have the daughter sit on your fucking lap.
Exactly. That's what someone else said too. Yeah. It's
Or
crazy.
sit that daughter down
Or
on that disabled person's
Or
lap.
sit on your daughter's lap.
Yeah.
Or give the disabled guy a lap dance.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
40 years old.
Yeah.
When's the
Use
last
it.
time you think he got a little chub?
Maybe
Get him
it
up.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
When you're 40, you don't get it. Well, I guess he's in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
so. But
No,
some people.
when that's the one thing that still works.
Yeah,
His legs
yeah.
don't, but the chub,
Yeah.
it does.
He's like, hold on, let me get my penile device working. Yeah, you like cock it. Let me reload.
It's not my penis. It's a mobility device.
Queef mode off.
Oh, geez.
Oh boy. Well, that was a fun one. Thanks for joining us, Byron.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is super fun.
Absolutely. What'd you learn today?
I learned that I need to start looking for a Linonian speaking girlfriend. So I'm just gonna make pamphlets of my journals, spread them out everywhere, and hope someone learns my language.
Preferably AI and preferably orc. Lauren, what about you? What'd you learn?
I learned that we need to start decolonizing this podcast, AI, and the bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I learned that before the podcast, I didn't know this, and now I know that I do kind of like ask better than ask. I think that it is a bit of a it's a
Yeah.
preferable way to say, can I just ask you a question? It's just it's
Yeah.
more fun.
Yeah,
It's
it's
more
way
fun.
more fun.
Rolls
fun.
off the tongue.
Yeah.
Rax.
Rolls off the gumbo.
Oh my
I don't know,
God.
dude.
And with
I don't
that,
know.
goodbye.
See ya.